and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Agunwa. On today's episode, we take you through the journeys of 3 ex-corps members who have made beautiful lives for themselves right in their states of deployment many years after their service here. Our first story is on Francis Adeniyi Arotile. He is an indigene of Kogi State and a graduate of the University of Ibadan, Oyo State. He was posted to Bauchi State back in 1987 for his service here and has since remained in the state. He was posted to Ramadan Printing Press for his primary assignment as a personnel officer. He is today the managing director of the organization. Amazing feat, right? Let us hear from him.
My name is Francis Adeniyi Arotile. I'm a native of Ikeriade in the Jumu local government area of Kogi State. I attended the University of Ibadan, Nigeria, the premier university, which we are so proud of. I graduated in the year 1987, and then I was posted to Bauchi State for my NYSC. I quite enjoyed the camp. On the 30th of August, 1987, when we arrived at the camp, it's now Bacchus. We did our orientation in Bacchus. We were the first set that did 6 weeks in the camp. And that was the first time too that we participated in cooking as well. We were the first set that we started using the khaki cap. So it is only those who perform excellently in the camp that were given that we like call it original, I don't know. But the camp experience was very, very interesting. It made us to know so many people from every state of the Federation. We have friends across the borders, from River State, Cross River, even from so many universities. We all converged and we had a very nice time.
During his service here, Francis built bonds of friendships with his fellow corps members that has stood the test of time.
I'm very good in keeping relationships. Most of those people that we were very close friends then, up till now, we are close. One of them is now a permanent secretary in Adamawa State. We served together and we are very, very close, and we exchange visits. My wife visits their family. The wife come to me too. In fact, last November, the family was here all the way from Adamawa State. He's a permanent secretary in the Budget Affairs, Adamawa State, Mr. Japhet Gajere. We did youth corps together. And those who have gone to other states too, some of them were in touch. Though some are dead, and some we have lost contact. But as I've told you, I like keeping relationships, especially the good ones.
Having spent 34 years in Bauchi State, the state has become his home and a base for himself and his family.
Coming to the north, I know I've been to Kaduna before, maybe on 2 weeks break, but even me, I'm a Yoruba man from the north. So that makes me to a northerner. But the fact remains that I still have to travel up to 700-800 kilometers before I get to my place. Makes Bauchi so far for me. But the fact now remains that there's no other place I can live better than Bauchi, because I've spent about this is my 34th year in Bauchi. Where will I go and spend another 34 years? Time and is in God's hand, but I feel 34 years is a very long time, and I'm still not ready to leave.
He was posted to Ramadan Press as a corps member.
I was posted from the NYSC Secretariat to Ramadan Press as a corps member. And since 1987, is it October or so, that we left the camp, I have been working from for Ramadan Press. I started as a personnel officer. Today I'm the general manager of the company. So my managing director said since the establishment of the company, he has never seen a core member that is so dedicated to the service of the company, and so he's interested in my service after NYSC. If I will oblige him to stay. So, and my own lifestyle, I'm on the very quiet side. I don't like all the hustle bustle of Lagos, Abuja, or wherever. So I decided to stay in Bauchi to make a living. And to God be the glory. I'm in Bauchi up to now.
Francis found his wife in northern Nigeria after being posted to the region.
I got married in Jos. But if I had not come to Bauchi, I may not have met her. I met my wife in Jos, one of these weekends that I just traveled to Jos to meet a friend. That was where I met her, and one thing led to the other. We proposed wedding, and we got wedded in Jos in 1996. All my children, I had them in Bauchi. One is already a master's degree holder. The rest are in universities. My wife is a Yoruba lady from Ondo State. She's from Akure.
He commends the National Youth Service Corps for fostering national unity and integration.
The objective of NYSC is purely for national integration. It was a very noble idea, but it's just that these days, people don't like to live with, they don't want to leave their enclave these days. It was a very fine experience, leaving your state, your locality, to go and interact with others outside your environment. But these days, a Bauchi man doesn't even want to leave Bauchi, but it's not supposed to be so. NYSC is supposed to be a national integration project. Taking my own life as an example, I would like the youth to embrace the unity which NYSC is created to achieve. A situation where an Igbo man does not like Yoruba man, the Hausa man does not like Igbo, it doesn't go well for the development of the country. So the youth that are coming behind, I want them to take a cue from people like us. I didn't mind the language. When I came here, I couldn't speak Hausa. My messenger taught me Hausa because he too cannot speak English, and I must communicate with him. Now I can speak fluent Hausa. There's nothing you say in Hausa that I will not be able to reply you. I speak, and that is the essence of NYSC. I have imbibed the culture, I eat their food. It's just my own religion does not allow me to marry more than one wife. If not, I would have taken another one from Hausa land. So it is excellent. Nigeria songs, Nigeria we serve.
That was an inspiring story. 34 years in Bauchi State, he has indeed become a son of the soil. We move on to our next story on Eze Chinedu Thank God, an indigene of Enugu State and a graduate of Information Management Technology from Federal University of Technology, Owerri. Chinedu Thank God is currently heading the NYSC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Center in Ekiti State. He keyed into the in-camp training on fashion designing and has over the years trained several core members in this skill. Let us meet him.
My name is Eze Chinedu Thank God. I'm from Enugu State. I've studied Information Management Technology, Federal University of Technology, Owerri. NYSC brought me to Ekiti. I served 2019 by 19C. The journey started from the same way. They posted me to Omo. From Omo, they relocated me to Ado because of sewing. I had a science center, so they asked me to come and head the science center as a fashion designer. I heard of Said before from my friends that graduated and served. So it wasn't a new thing. So when I came to camp, it wasn't like a new stuff. I already known a little bit about entrepreneurship. So I went for fashion designing, which we are taught very well. The experience was top notch, I must confess. While serving though, I found out there are some job opportunities here in Ekiti. So I decided to also develop myself more and stay back and tap from the resources in Ekiti State. Here is NYC Center and the Sai Center, Ekiti chapter. So I'm the one in charge of tailoring and training core members on how to sew. So far so good. We have been progressing. Our students are also progressing, learning the basics, and most of them already started sewing.
NYC Side is a very great opportunity to showcase your skill and everything, and also to learn more, because actually I'm still learning. Yeah, every day we learn. And I thank God for this Said establishment given by NYC. Yeah, so many core members are actually gaining from this. And actually during my camp days, I learned so much from NYC Said. Ekiti is a good state, and the people of Ekiti, they are nice. Yes, they are good patronizers. Yeah, you sew from one, and that one will definitely advertise your work and also bring others. Yeah, it's a good place for fashion.
I'm very much happy because I never expected this. For the fact that NYC provided this wonderful opportunity, at least they make it to be very easy for each and every one of us as a core member. Because if you go outside there to go and learn work, I know how much it can cost you. We plan to establish this particular work once we finish our NYSC, if eventually we didn't get any job. Because we believe that handwork, skill acquisition is the most important thing. Even if you're working in a bank or in any oil company, you need to hold something, at least, because nobody knows tomorrow. You're not the owner of that particular company. We need to establish yourself. Self-employment is the best thing that anyone could ever do to his or herself.
I must say I'm really grateful for this opportunity or for this scheme that NYSC provided us. Because before now, I have it in mind to learn tailoring, maybe after school and all that. So I'm really, really grateful. And I made this. We started last month, like my colleague said, and I'm very, very happy, seriously. And I appreciate NYSC. Thank you very much, NYSC, Ekiti State.
The fashion industry is a very vast company that everybody can tap into it once you know what you are doing. Like when I started, it wasn't that all rosy and all that. So I started building customers, getting clothes from them, giving them what they really want, and maybe showing a better design and all that. So yeah, I'm staying back to build here to be a better place, like build a bigger fashion house in Ekiti.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
Keep the fire burning, Chinedu, thank God. We move on to our next story on Amarachi Jessica Philomena NMERENGWA. Amarachi is an indigene of Abia State and a graduate from the University of Jos, Plateau State. She was posted to Osun State in 1998 for her service here. During her service here, she received the award of Outstanding Core Member of the State, which earned her an automatic employment with the state government. She is today the Director, Administration and Supplies in the State Environmental Protection Agency. Let us meet her.
My name is Amarachi Jessica Philomena NMERENGWA. I'm from Abia State. I schooled in the University of Jos. I read English language, so NYC brought me to Osun State. in the year 1998 precisely. Presently, I'm a level 13 officer. By the next promotion, I should be the chief administrative officer. So, but by virtue of the position I'm occupying the position of a director administration and supplies.
Lift our nation high, under the sun of Him.
I schooled in Jos, so that means I've known some part of the north. So when the call-up letter came, my interest was to go to River State. That was the truth. So, but when the call-up letter came that year and I saw Osun, I said, well, since I was born in Delta, my mom is from Delta, I'm from Abia State, I schooled in the north, let me go have a taste of the West. I've known Lagos, but I've not really been in the West. I can't speak about West. So I said, it's an opportunity that I won't go and change it. I won't go and look for anything. I will go to Osun. So I went home, prepared, and I came to Osun. Yeah, the camp life, it was fun. Fortunately, most of my schoolmates were in the camp. It was as if most of us in uni just were moved to the camp. So I was kind of at home because I saw some of my classmates were in the camp. So it was fun. So that was it. So after the camp, we were deployed. I was sent to School of Nursing then, but I had to be redeployed to Environmental Protection Agency. So that was where I did my primary assignment.
Amarachi identified the need to bring attention to the school of persons living with disabilities in the state. She executes this by mounting empowering sculptures of children living with disabilities in order to make them more visible in the society.
I happened to be a Rotarator while I was at university, and maybe my Rotary life kind of triggered something. The school for the handicapped, physically challenged, at somewhere in town. In the course where we're doing a primary assignment, community service development program, the school came to my mind, and I said, that school was so inside that nobody knew, people do not know there was a school there. So it was close to where I did my primary assignment, but it was on the other side. And I said, how would my Rotary instinct was triggered off. And then I said, what can I do to, kind of as a personal project to attract attention to that school? Luckily for me, I had another NYC officer that was retained who was from Delta State. He was heading the graphics section then in the Ministry of Information. So he's a sculptor. So I now came to him and I said, I had this thing in mind. I want to draw attention to that place. I want something I can do so that people can know there's something there. One, there is a park there. So the park noise and all that will not allow you to know there's a school there. So he now told me that I could do a 3-in-1 sculptural something, physically challenged, maybe somebody on a wheelchair, somebody on a clutches, and a blind, kind of. So it would be a 3-in-1 something. They will put on a big podium in that place. I planned some other projects with it, but that was the start. That was the major one. I started late. There were certain things I didn't know. If I started early, I could have done so much more. But I started late. I had, I think I commissioned that project. It did a week to my passing out. I was lucky to even commission because it took a toll on me. But I said I would do that. Even if I didn't do others, I should do that. So that was what we did. We had to mount it. Then the NYC director came. I had some other people I invited. Then I tried inviting the former deputy governor there. But lucky, he didn't come. So we agreed that the commission for education then will come. That's what Nifadi. So they came. So we commissioned it. I've done my own. My own was that I've done something. So I didn't know that after doing a project, it's assessed, maybe there is an award, and that's the truth of the matter. When I started, I didn't know that was involved. That's the truth. I never knew. So after the commissioning, so that day, my younger sister was around, the day we passed out. So I was expecting to collect my certificate and off I go. So when they were not calling, they were not calling. Even when they called my name, I thought, why are they calling my name? It was like, you understand? So it was somebody that said, they are calling your name. That was when I realized I was being called for an award. So and it goes with an automatic employment. So me, they have packed my things to go back. After some time, I said, I look for a place and still go back to bring my things back. So when they offered me automatic, I said, well, I will stay. Even if there's any other thing, let me just stay. Maybe even if there's going to some other thing, but so I decided to stay. So that has been the journey.
Over the years, she has watched Osun State develop, and she's able to contribute to the development of the state.
Osun is okay. Osun, at least that time we were coppers, is a long time. That's 20-something years back. Osun hasn't developed up to this. That's the truth of the matter. In those days, we didn't have this structure. The only structure we had as a secretariat was that finance building there. So most of those places were yet developed. So it's fun seeing the city that I came to. At least I knew how it was. And more people have been coming in. The place has developed. And I found myself in the state civil service. And I have to say, at least I've cut my teeth. And I cut my teeth in the service, in the state civil, in administrative line, in the civil service. And I must say I was privileged and the opportunity to learn from the best in the course of my work. And so I can fit in anywhere. I can do my job without sweat. It's why you are learning and you finish school and there's no job. You already have something you can think of, equipping you to start that. If white-collar job comes, fine. If it doesn't come, you understand? You are not a body. You will not be sitting, waiting for a job, doing nothing with no other experience apart from school. So Said is okay, but at least it might be the only opportunity some people will have to learn anything apart from school. If it's tailoring, if it's makeup, if it's bakery, if it's this, you must do something. That's the in thing now. The government will not absorb everybody. Even the private firms cannot absorb everybody. But with our population in this country, is one gold mine. The population of this country Nigeria is a market on its own. Just think of what, within the environment, what you think, try to be good at it. And I'm telling you, you even look at the white collar job, you say, this is punishment. You have your time. You do things at your own pace. So when you look at so many things, the only thing is, if you do the right thing, you will succeed. If you do the right thing, you have the flair, then you have the zeal, and you think outside the box. And if God help you, you have people can sponsor and help you out. You'll be okay.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
That was so inspiring. We all have a role to play to ensure we have an inclusive society. Amarachi Jessica understood the need to ensure that everyone is seen and recognized regardless of their disabilities. Something to think about. We will be right back. Anambra Guber polls. DG hails corps members on election duties. The NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, has commended the patriotism of corps members engaged in the conduct of the gubernatorial elections in Anambra State. The Director General made the commendation today while monitoring the election in 9 local government areas of the state. He said the corps members had written their names in the annals of history, having contributed towards the entrenchment of credible electoral process. The Director General made the commendation while monitoring the election in 9 local government areas of the state. He said the corps members had written their names in the annals of history, having contributed towards the entrenchment of credible electoral process. Ibrahim enjoined them to remain impartial and perform their duties in line with the established rules. In all the polling units visited, there were security agents on ground, and the corps members informed the Director General that the conduct of the exercise was peaceful. Manager gets pass mark as DG visits NYSC garment factory. The Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, has paid an unscheduled visit to the NYSC garment factory at Mbaku, Anambra State. Conducting the Director General round the factory manager, Mr. Joshua Onifade, briefed him about the measures taken by the management towards optimizing its operations, including the provision of 36 new industrial sewing machines. He said that the factory had refurbished 10 old industrial sewing machines, thereby increasing the number of functional ones to 46. He thanked the Director General for the provision of a 20 kVA soundproof generator to power the equipment, adding that through his own initiative, the factory has been connected to the national grid. The manager further stated that with the steps taken by the Director General to re-energize the factory, it now makes daily productions of 223 sets of kits comprising khaki suits, PE shorts, and plain vests, adding that he was determined to double the output. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. We always love to hear from you. Please write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we will write back. Remember, the safety of core members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Agunwa. Stay safe.